Christine, thank you so much for fitting us in to be what must be a crazy day. This seemed to me to hinge on Le Pen's relationship with Russia and its banks and her competence. But did she fare better than you suspected or anticipated?
Well, so Alistair, yes, she did fare better, and that was in fact her main challenge. Not to really tumble down. She did 5 years ago. So she was obviously better prepared, more self-assured, and Emmanuel Macron was, of course, very careful to look and sound less arrogant than he's prone to be. The problem with Le Pen is that the moment she will drop, her empathic, I'm close to the people, I know what their daily lives are all about. Once she would leave that kind of repertoire, she got lost. And of course, Emmanuel Macron was able to attack her on the most successful aspect of her campaign, which was about purchasing power and, people's daily lives.
Well, her tax policy is going down very well indeed. But I thought, and we're looking for people who are listening to this on radio rather than watching us on television, a very animated Macron, very full of confidence, and Le Pen slightly way back. He was brutal on the fact that she simply got rules, regulations, laws and statistics wrong. She's an amateur.
Well, he obviously made a lot of efforts not to sound and look that brutal, but his body language, of course, testified to the contrary. And the problem is that she said, a lot of very inaccurate, if not totally shallow arguments. And therefore, I think she pretty much lost the battle.
Yeah. Talking of losing things, Christine, do you also think, as I did, sitting there listening to it and then reading translations of the bits I didn't understand, that she risked losing parts of her core vote by playing down the racism aspects of the old pitch and playing down her loathing of the European Union? Either that's not credible, or if it is credible, an awful lot of Le Pen supporters can say, well, she's not our person anymore.
Well, that's the whole challenge of the second round, is that she has to convince people, more on the left than her own core family. And therefore, and that's true for Macron as well, by the way.
Yeah.
They are both chasing people who voted for Mélenchon, who is the sort of far left guy who came third on the 10th of April. And so Le Pen was very uncomfortable, because the more she would press on immigration, the more people more on the left would disclaim her. Macron was not as firm on European issues as he usually is, for precisely the same reasons.
Yeah, sure.
He knows that people on the left are a bit less enthusiastic than he is and his core supporters about more EU integration.